Hello and welcome to Hero Mode Audio Chronicles, episode 47. I'm your host, Curtis Hunt, and with me again is Leland Stone.
Hello.
So now, we were just mid-sentence talking about some shit.
Forgot about Chomtar.
Yeah. So, wanted to get back to it, and especially since, this lasted a while at work, I was doing some script writing, so getting back into the swing of writing characters and come up with premises, and screenwriting it too, to plan it out with the animatics and all that. So, and it's been fun. I love being at it. So it's one big part I really miss from not doing Chomtar right now. But it's good at the same time, because I need that to happen creatively. That's part of the process. And the strength of having these different projects to be ping-ponging through, to go through, but keeping it, the problem was before, I'd go from, I wouldn't go back to Chomtar, right? It'd be a whole new thing now, right? Which is kind of that's why we got 3.
Yeah.
Right? That's why there's only 3 to go through. So it's always coming back between the 3 points. And that was part of the plan as well. Just because I knew myself, I wouldn't be able to stick to just one thing. I'd get tired of one thing and then just wouldn't pick it back up. Yeah, actually I'm writing a script for an E3 trailer. For, you don't know how it's going to turn out because it's very, very tight deadline. And I'm confident I can hit it, but I'm not super confident yet that we can hit it as well as I want it. Because it went from, we got 4 weeks to do this, to, we got 2 weeks to do this, to, I gotta wait 2 weeks to get something for the process, even though it's still due in 2 weeks.
Oh, Jesus.
Right? So, something's gonna have to give at some point, and whatever that is, we'll see. But yeah, we'll get to that. But the whole process, getting back into it, is just reminding me, I loved doing Chomtar animatics and stuff. And actually, I think that's probably how we'll start picking it back up, is go right back to animatic. And maybe we'll make something for people to catch some of them. But I don't think till later. No, as much as I'd love to show off, some of the animatics and the stories, it's not right to put it out ahead of the final product. So, that's going to come way later. Because, yeah, man, I was thinking about the other day, I'm really happy with some of the jokes that happened through the episodes, and there's ones that I still think about, and I'm like, yeah, no, that was I'd watch that. And I'm trying to hold on to it, right? Because I don't want to leave it for too long and lose it, because I think it was working there for a bit. So, yeah, we'll definitely get that rolling. I'm thinking probably shortly after NGX. Because I know I'm going to hit a certain point with Jaro, and I don't know how long it's going to take to resolve, because it's more formal shit, paperwork, and there's certain legal things that I gotta get taken care of for putting out a game.
Oh. Right?
And I'm not 100% sure how long some of those processes are gonna take, and I haven't started some of them. Because the game's not there yet, right? It's not far enough along to really push everything in. So that'll always be something I can, once I hit to that point, now can focus on, start to ping pong to the other one while the other one gets resolved. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Right? And then, of course, so our main 3, like I said, Chomtar, Jaro, and Ultra Clash. But Ultra Clash is sorted. Ultra Clash is almost completely sorted. We're soon going to not have to do much with it for a while. Now, there's still going to be stuff going on, because I want to do gameplay, stuff like that, but that's going to be a well-oiled machine by the time we're at that. So then, yeah, the main focus, I'd still want to get Chomtar pushing. I believe we're halfway through the Halloween episode.
No, we got the rest of the episode.
I mean, we're...
Oh, it's, completely scripted?
Yeah, completely wrote out, and I'm pretty sure, some animatic stuff done. I know we got 3 episodes of animatic completed. The first one, we got to redo, because, we were talking about last time.
Yeah, we got the additional parts.
Yeah, because, there's an extra part where Chomtar deals bacon. Yeah. There's a whole extra part to that, a lengthy part, and
there's this whole new section to Martin.
Yeah, Martin's is extended dramatically, but now
because that was only about 2 seconds. That scene.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it just he says the line and then done. It's punctuated out, which I still like that. So we might add more Martin. But slightly down the line. I don't know if I'm going to change the sequence of that shot. You know what I mean? Because I do love how it gets to that level and then cuts.
You could add more after what would have been the end credits.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking we'll find a way back to it. We'll use it, as we're going to... Because I want to beef up the dialogue there between Chomtar and Phil. Phil's got his whole thing, right? know how to do, and all that. So it's like it's his scene. Chomtar doesn't get much from his most of his dialogue is basically done as soon as he leaves the kitchen.
This is true. I didn't realize that.
Right? Like he actually says nothing and just watches Phil for the whole time, and then just says at the end.
You say Jesus Christ and what the fuck?
Yeah, like it's always just reactionary, like static, right? It doesn't need to be there. It's just like to help Phil's thing. But that's why it's important too. Like that's important for the rhythm and stuff. Before we get to that, before blank stares and just rhythm with Phil, I think he needs like a little bit more exposition of what the fuck is going on right now. Because we just kind of like, and this was intentional first, but I don't know if it plays well enough. I just wanted to punch people in the face with Phil. It goes from 0 to 90. It goes from the boys talking like a funny premise in the kitchen to now like, there's a guy breaking garbage in front of me. Like, but I think from him running out to him, we'd need a little bit more exposition on like, fucking again, Phil, like more about this scenario. So it just sets it up, it prefaces it a bit with what's happening. Not so much just like, whoa, like that quick shock of like, there's a guy, because Phil's straight into his spiel like right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that episode could be beefed up a good bit, and then we'll edit it anyway. You know, cut down a bit probably.
Well, we do want the episode to be longer. I mean,
yeah,
that's why we beefed up the entire bacon selling at the beginning.
Yeah, and I'm feeling like there's another scene we beefed up, and I'm not thinking of
the Pac-Man scene in the second episode.
Oh, that gets
with the ghosts. Because the ghost thing was short, but then we added the whole thing about like, oh, you fucking blinky. No.
Oh, really? Did we add more to that?
Oh yeah.
I thought that was pretty long as it was, like, but we'll see. We'll go back to it.
Well, it's when we were doing the audio for it. Like, it seems like it's long, but it's not really. It's longer than the first episode. That's why we were trying to fill the first one.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is pretty quick. I'm playing it back in my head, like, because it could just go. If you go from the point of when Lizard shoves him, and just go from there, yeah, it's pretty quick. Like, there's not that whole gag of them. No, I mean they got the
them coming in through the wall. Like, it was just
I think that can be missed. Like what they're doing can be not caught, you know, because we do get out of it pretty quick. Because you just see it, and then they fucking crush pellets and snort them, and do the turn, and then they're out. So it's really compact, but we could definitely beef it up a bit to like.
Well, we did the audio for it.
Yeah. That's why I can't remember how it goes.
It was just fucking mixed shit.
Yeah,
talking about how he killed one of the ghosts, and they're back to fucking rape him, essentially. Back to fuck him up.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Alright. So we get, regardless of how we cut it, because I can't remember how it's supposed to go with the new audio, we'll fit it in, but it should be like that background. Because I want to do that to all the episodes again, too. I want to go through every one of them and add a second layer of audio that's background jokes. Just stuff being said at certain times by other people off screen in the midst of so it's a way to carry over those premises and shit. So like a good example would be after the missus in the hospital gets dragged through the window
from the demon boyfriend or the douche boyfriend. Yeah.
So she's supposed to have a scream, right? From like a pretty intense scream for that whole time. I want to hold that pretty fucking long, constantly in the background as the shots are progressing. You know what I mean? So
okay, so when it switches back into the two boys,
it's just it's dropped right
on the chair,
but you can still hear she's screaming outside. And then if it changes another shot, even we probably won't drop it until we get to Pac-Man. So it'll finally fade out as Dara's like looking around, and it goes into the office of Pac-Man. And we'll drop the screen, but that whole time before, it should be like
just held.
Kind of an under thing, like we'll have to time it and do a whole take of her like screaming like.
Like, you gonna get Carly to do it?
I don't know. We need someone to do it, like scream like they're being murdered for about like that's pretty long.
Just take a mic in the living room with you.
It'd be funny.
She'd kill you,
right? But to just get like a really long take, which isn't necessarily thing, it's fun to do. Try to get a few hands to act. Because that's the like at work, I got a bunch of people doing the VO for the trailer, and it's fun to see like first it's amazing. Everyone says the same thing. Everyone goes like, "This is really hard," because no one thinks that just going in and saying lines is actually going to be difficult. But you know, it's something that takes some practice. Like you got to get used to just trying it. Like, but everyone had fun too. Like people were dying laughing at their lines, hearing them back, and like
Took me a lot of effort to do Dar.
Yeah, like, but it's not an easy thing, man. Like, there's reason, like, the greatest ones, like, the cartoon voices and stuff, are legendary. Mel Blanc, like, fucking super god legend voice actor. It's the kind of acting where it's like, they can do a character of a character doing a character. They can layer it on and still make it all make sense, and you'll know it, just from the way they chose it. That's why it's great to see, like, old stuff when they talked about where Bugs Bunny came from, like, the design of his voice. And it's like, he's supposed to be, like, a tough, like, Brooklyn street guy who's just kind of like a wise corner guy hanging around. And when you think of it like that, because you never catch that as a kid, you just think that's Bugs Bunny. But if you think about it, think about how he's always just kind of, like, leaned up everywhere, just chill as fuck, with a carrot. So that would be probably smoking from the character influence that it's really coming from. But he's just got having a carrot chilling out. And the way he talks, he's tough as shit. Like, he doesn't back down from anything. He gets into conflicts constantly. He gets beat up, figures out witty ways to outwit it. But that's really just what it is. He's kind of like a street thug. Like, he's a lovable thug, really.
Redo Looney Tunes and just, like, making people.
Well, that was with the big fuck-up I found. Did you see the new Looney Tunes?
No.
They tried to make it like The Office.
What?
Imagine, like, The Office with Looney Tunes characters. Or, like, Curb Your Enthusiasm with Looney Tunes characters.
Jesus.
That's what they turned it into. And it's like, they forgot kind of what these original concepts of the character was. Like, Bugs Bunny was not what I just described. At all. He was like fucking Jerry Seinfeld in this fucking thing. They completely threw out the entirety of what, like... But now it makes sense to an extent. Because if you look at that, what I just described, the 50s, like, the street dog, that was a modern times character. That was based on people back in the fucking, whenever, writing this shit, because that was the modern time. So this was, like, the modern, like, it was like Modern Family, but Looney Tunes, you know what I mean? Like, super updated. Which I guess, if that was their intention, yeah, they did it, but it was kind of really strange to see. Can you imagine the opposite? Can you imagine taking, like, a modern sitcom and setting it back in that kind of context of, like, a cartoon variety hour crazy gag show? Like, imagine Friends, but it's like Looney Tunes Roadrunner gags. So what would be, like, a core joke in Friends?
Fuck, I don't know. Like,
who's got, like, a relationship? Like, the big dog and the little cat? Like, or the big dog and the little dog? The one that's like, yeah. You fucking, the one big struts around, the other one, like, follows them and shit. So imagine if that was just Chandler and Joey or something, like those human characters, but that was their, people would not accept it. It'd be like, oh, this is a super parody. Like, this is retarded, but I'm accepting it because I just understand what this is trying to be, but they wouldn't take it seriously. You know what I mean? So how did we accept the opposite of that? Like, perfectly acceptable to see crazy cartoon characters going to the grocery store talking about dates and going out for lunch and shit. Yeah, brutal. Fucking Looney Tunes, Seinfeld is basically kind of what it was.
I haven't watched that. That's like only last year or something like that it was put out, wasn't it?
It's been out for a bit, but like, yeah, it's really new. Like, I'd say within the last 3-4 years.
So it's drawn the same way as the old stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like a little bit more updated, and it's kind of not animated at all the same way, really.
No, well,
because like, again, you think about like these physical gags and like the way they. No, I guess it's not too far, because when they do like earnest, simple, mild acting, it is very even and stuff. So no, I can't say it's too far out. It's definitely different though. But I mean, that just comes from modernization, right? Digital tools as opposed to like practical ones.
Mm-hmm.
There was actually a big rant, I think, from John Kay, I think it was John Kay, yeah, like Ren and Stimpy.
Okay.
He had a big rant about the redesign of the Looney Tunes characters, like, for these new shows, because they were all redesigned, but like subtly, right? There's like, if you showed a kid 2 pictures of Bugs Bunny, he'd identify both, but then if you looked at the two, you'd notice like, oh, well, they draw his tail differently, or they round out the back differently, or there's a different line here, And he was like saying how garbage the new designs were, and how they ruined like what was like a living masterclass for character design. Like,
wow.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, like, the old Looney Tunes designs are just, that's it. They are masterful. There's a reason they stuck around and worked so well and conveyed so well. Because they're masterpieces. And I mean, that whole thing, there's nothing going to be ever compared to it now for production-wise, because you got to think about the amount that went into producing Looney Tunes for what it is. Like, they'd have whole orchestras live, you know, to sync up, used for the sound. That's what their sound department is. Like, I guess, like, Disney did some crazy shit too, but they're doing feature films, right? It's short bursts.
Yeah, I mean, like, Looney Tunes was what, fucking weekly?
Well, I don't know why. I can't remember how often it was delivered, but it was a series, and there's a lot of them. Like,
yeah. And I mean, what if they have to do a new piece for every one of them?
Yeah.
Like a new, like orchestrated piece, for example.
Yeah. Well, and some of them were, like, the way they did them, too, was just, like, they'd have this crew of guys, and they'd pitch stories, and then they'd just look at them and be like, yeah, this sounds like a good one. And they'd be like, out of our cast, they'll use these guys and these guys. Chuck Jones is like, legendary Looney Tunes guy. I'm pretty sure one of his big ones was the opera one. The composer and Bugs Bunny.
Okay.
You remember he makes composer like go nuts and everything like that. And you know, they're like figuring out and pioneering new styles like now this was a Warner Brothers, not like a Looney Tunes one, but the Chuck Jones one was the Dover Boys. It was like these three just brothers that were almost like, I don't know if they were supposed to be like detectives or just kind of like all around helping dudes or some shit from the 40s, like the guys that can help you like take care of shit or something.
Okay.
But anyway, like there's this dastardly villain, you know, super like almost like remember Rocky and Bullwinkle? They had Dudley Do-Right and Snidely Whiplash.
Yes.
Like that style of villain, super like. They're built from a mile away, hunched over, like curly mustaches, dark faces, and like, yeah, just like hateful, right? And he pioneered like these zip pan movements. Like it's a style of animation to show really fast movement clearly. So it's the difference of like instead of drawing your arm like this, 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 it draws your arm like this, and then it draws a smear. Like a yellow blur, like or a color of whatever your hand would be, all like melted together as one drawing, and then it just like is that a few times that channels over into your hand again, into full actual drawing of your arm. So that was like a new animation technique, and it's fucking crazy badass. Like it for communicating really fast action, like it's really powerful, you know. So is it like there's not many shows that'll even get an opportunity to change a formula midstream. Now, like they're not going to be like, yeah, today we're going to change it up, fucking do it like stop motion with timing on like only twos flat, and or you know, so, like they're not just going to be today's different. You're not going to get that to happen anymore. That kind of experimentation and artistry. And that's why, like, I loved seeing the old Disney. There's an old Disney documentary about like their early days when they just had like a team of these fucking super badass artists. Just come in and rock like these crazy stories. Like they'd just come in concept stuff, and then they had these like in the documentary it was like one day they're just like, oh no, we're gonna go out and paint today. They all just drove out to the fucking side of the road, went to a tree, and everyone started painting, and they started interviewing them, all these guys, and they all had like these crazy different styles and ways of working. Some guys would have it on a canvas, some guys just throw it on a fucking rock, and like some guys use like knives instead of brushes, and like they're talking about the stuff they would mix their paint with to make it do different things. And it was really interesting to see, like, because there were some guys that were super meticulous, some guys were just like chaotic and shit. It was also because, like, you know, animation and that type of thing back in the day was still painting and drawing. Like, really, they were just taking pictures of paintings and drawings, so it's not like some digital compositing aspect, right? It's all straight ahead, like, they're making sick ass pieces of art. Like they can't, no Control Z, no going back and fixing it. Like no fixing it in post. Just and they would get the best artists. And that's why you got like, you know, Fantasia. Remember like that scene? I think it's from Fantasia where it's like the big ghost on the mountain, and all the demons and stuff comes out, like it's this Halloween one. Something mountain. It's like Witch Mountain or some shit. Like, but it's this super sick, like, huge demon comes up out of the mountain, all these skeletons and shit crawling up, like, it's just like hell opens up on a mountainside and then closes back up. And it's like super Halloween-y. But, like, why would you just make that? You know, for production reason. Like, you don't see just like one-off random like minute thing showing up on Netflix, you know? It's always, you know, every show is this many minutes. Every movie is roughly this to this. But this is just like, yeah, this one's like, fuck, 6 minutes. Like, but now, there's venues for it. Like, now there's YouTube and stuff, where it's like, random length is whatever. You make 4-hour video, people are like, yeah, cool.
What's like, what is it, fucking Vine? 6 seconds or something like that?
15 seconds, I think.
15?
Or 7 seconds, something like that.
7
Something
seconds.
retarded.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Seconds.
Yeah, less than a minute. Definitely less than 30, I'm pretty sure. So, I wanted us to fuck with that too. I wanted to try and tell a story through it. Like, just, and that's not like, I can't claim that as an original idea. Like, that's something David Cho has been doing.
Yeah?
Yeah, so he just comes up with these ridiculous madness stories, just like, barely make sense, but it's just, they're just freestyling dialogue and crazy characters. And it's just a story that's like 14 of these things they just keep banging out, you know. And that's really, like, their approach to it is so dead simple, but it's the fact that they just did it. Because they literally are just, like, fucked up in costumes. Well, Mrs. is just naked, like, with, like, a cape on. And she's one character, and they're just saying ridiculous shit. Like, one guy's the mom, one guy's the dad, one guy's the son. And they're just talking this family thing out, but they're just going with the most ridiculous, crazy bullshit, like, they can kind of muster. It's, like, twisted and retarded, like, barely makes any sense. But it's fun and entertaining in those short bursts. And it kind of is intriguing with this new modern media delivery setup. Like, the kind of things that are actually making... Look at the junk food of media. When you go to, like, Vine comps and, like, reaction videos and all this shit, right? You can't deny the popularity. Like, you can't deny the fact that they're successful, and that's what people really do want to see.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah, so... You just gotta figure out some funny stories and fucking roll with it. So yeah, other than that, what has you been up to?
Bricklaying.
Yeah, you've been saying rocking some bricks, rocking the mortar.
Yeah, we've been doing meshing and stuff like that. Right now we're doing some culture stone, it's called.
Culture stone?
Yeah. It's the just the type of bricks that is going on the building.
Is that like OG brick, red like normal?
No, it's like these colored fucking all like designed.
Oh, they got like patterns in them?
Sort of. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, that.
Sick. Yeah, because I noticed the color. And I was like, I can see it because like it's rare.
Yes, I'm sunburnt on my face.
And it's still only early. I mean, we're still probably getting snow.
This is true.
Like I heard actually that Alberta apparently was getting like 30-degree weather, and then we're supposed to get like 30 centimeters snow the next day.
Jesus, fuck if it can help the fire.
Yeah, really though. I mean, that'd be amazing. Can you imagine just this fucking BAM!
Snow.
Yeah, like fuck this, we're ending it. Like it's like who the fuck did that?
Mother Nature says no.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
You had enough.
Because yeah, they're still fucking raging. Like they still got problems.
Oh yeah, if last I seen, it was headed to like the Saskatchewan border.
That's madness, man. Like just a mad fire. Imagine. Well, we were saying before, like there's been a few hands drive through it and stuff. Like,
oh, the videos driving through it are fucking crazy.
Is it like driving through hell? Like,
I seen this. Someone done up the landmass that it would have that it destroyed. You can put it anywhere in the world you want to place it, and it'll show you like around your area or whatever. The entire Avalon Peninsula will be gone. Like just,
the amount of ground that's gone.
Yeah, like the entire Avalon.
Wow.
Would be fucking razed like to the ground.
Holy fuck, man! It's apocalyptic. Like it's madness. Like,
yeah. Can you imagine like hours and hours of driving
just
burned
through fire and burnt shit? There was something. But I mean, there was something interesting about it where. I don't think anybody got hurt.
I don't think anyone did either.
Yeah, because the other, like, the irony of it is, like, all these communities are probably the best equipped to deal with that. Like, this is something I can't remember. Maybe it was you saying this. You got to think a lot of these people that are living in these communities are probably working at these types of jobs where they're on camps and stuff, right? So they're all trained with WMIS and like safety precautions and like they know that like how to deal with those high like pressure situations, right?
Wildfires are kind of normal up around there.
Well, yeah,
but I mean, it's not that it usually ever gets like close to town and shit like that.
Yeah,
this is just fucking.
But still, like they know what to do in an emergency situation. Like they're trained. Like it's not
true. Well, they had enough. They had like ample time to. Well, I guess ample. They're driving out in fucking flames, but they get out all the same. I mean,
it's crazy to think fleeing fire,
madness, fire.
Just that in itself, the idea that like it's not like well, I guess it's just like we accept floods, but I'm just like fire, really? I guess I guess that is nature. So earthquakes, fires, floods, tornadoes. I'm trying to think like what how does each element fuck with us?
We mostly see it in the way of like fucking, well, not hurricanes.
Oh, for us, it's hurricanes probably the worst thing we get. That's what we got pretty easy, man. Like as far as like natural shit, we're on a big stone.
We can have some pretty shitty winters.
Oh yeah, but in comparison to like the danger factor, like we got very few dangerous animals, and we got very few dangerous like weather conditions. Like other than like snow.
This is true. Like
snow, we deals with snow like a motherfucker here though. Like.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it ain't shit really to most of us.
It happens.
Yeah. Like, but if the snow that we deal with hits, like, some other parts of the world, it's like, shit goes down. Like, people are fucked.
Parts of the States just go fucking...
They don't know how to deal with it. Like, they don't know how to drive in it. Like,
I do enjoy watching videos of cars on the street, going down the street like pinball machines.
Yeah. I mean, it's well, it's entertaining regardless. That's why, you know, destruction derbies and shit are cool. That's apparently those are going on here too.
Really?
I think so. I might be fucking half making this up now, but I thought that Paul mentioned something about it, or maybe he's just talking about.
Speaking of destruction derbies, that makes me think of a fucking dude from Five Finger Death Punch because he comes here to drive his truck. I seen something online. Apparently, someone was saying they're trying to get him to come here. Them and Papa Roach or something like that.
That'd be cool. I'd go to that. Like, I'm not a huge Papa Roach fan. And I listened to a bit of Five Finger, but I'd go to that show for sure.
Fuck it.
But like, it was Paul met him actually. He said, and he said something I thought was pretty funny. He's like, "Pretty sure he gels his beard."
Gels his beard.
Yeah.
Awesome. I guess.
Well, that's kind of weird. Saying I was like, yeah, I guess, yeah. It's like he would. But I was like, man, yeah. It's like, but I guess that's like the business, right? Like that's the deal.
Got the gelled beard. Part of my image.
Right. Get me some American Crew for my mustache. I was like, it was a hard pull for me that time to try and reach out for a product that was a hair gel. I was like,
Success.
I seen this shit in Christmas.
Someone bought this.
Yeah. So yeah.
I've been buying stuff.
Oh yeah.
You can buy stuff at the store.
Yeah, it's not updated yet, but there's going to be an update to the store side of things on the website for you to pick up Ultra Clash. Right now, it's like it's a fucking PayPal setup, which is not ideal for myself, or I didn't get anybody really, because like PayPal's great and everything, but I know if I was on the site to buy something and it was only a PayPal option, like it would deter me, and so I know if I feel that way, other people are feeling that way, and it's just the fact of the convenience of like not having to fuck with PayPal. I mean, great option, great service. You can do cool shit with it, but yeah, I'm going to be updating our store to use Square. Because Square is, people probably... Actually, I don't know. I only found out about it a little while ago when we went to fucking...
I've known about it for a while.
It did not click with me as an option until we went to...
Sci-Fi on the Rock.
Like, I think I'd seen, like, commercials for it, like, say, months before. But it was not up in the wheelhouse at all. Like, so it was... Who's the fucking header set up? I'll give him a shout out. Riley Books. Yeah, so that's where we got their card game, which is something... Cauldron cards, that's it. Yeah, making spells like witches.
Bitches.
But yeah, so Square's a pretty sweet setup. It's like supports all the major credit cards, fucking like straight up debit card options and everything. And super easy on my end too. Like setting it up was fucking easy.
Yeah.
So great fucking service. It was cool as shit. Like I thought, like once I signed up, I was gonna have to like buy a reader. But as soon as you sign up, they send you a reader immediately after you, like, as soon as I got your address, like, there's a reader on the way.
Deadly. So you got your reader?
Yeah.
You got your account set up?
Yeah, so it's all ready. But now it's just set up the website store through our website. So yeah, we'll get that rolling soon. So be able to pick up Ultra Clash easier. Maybe stop by down at the NGX and plays a tournament. We still got to figure out a prize too. I know part of it is like we're going to be doing prints too at the show to sell. So a set of prints will be part of the prize. It won't be the whole prize, but that'll be something the tournament winner will get. Because we'll run a tournament on the last day or the second day, depending on how everything goes. If we fill it out in the first day, might as well do it right then after. But we're going to run it through Twitter, so people will sign up with their Twitter handles, and that's how we'll keep track and notify people of winnings and stuff like that. And let them know when their fucking matches, shit like that. Because, you know, don't want them to sit next to the table the whole event. But we can ping them on Twitter, let them know when their match is coming up. As long as they stick around. And that's how we'll count them out, too. Like, if you don't show up for your match in fucking 20 minutes, then we're counting you out, you lose, someone else getting the prize.
Man, if you gotta wait 20 minutes in between. Well, I suppose that could potentially be a game.
Well, you know,
it could be 5 games.
Yeah, and it might not be 20 minutes. I don't know why I threw that out. That's a pretty fucking long time to wait for your match to start. So we'll give that probably 5 to 10.
If you're in the area, I mean, you're there.
Yeah,
somewhere.
and if you know what? If you're in the area and you're still engaged, you can fucking hit us back on Twitter and let us know. I'm fucking in the shitter, man. She's stogged. Let me hold up. I want to play.
The shitter be stogged.
Yeah, and then we'll make an update that says shitter stogged by #you. Or at you shitting yourself. But we will delay the match for you, if that is the case. But yeah, stop by. I'm still trying to figure out what the prize is going to be. So, I mean, you can pick up your Ultra Clash before and try and, you know, practice up and figure out what the killer deck's going to be. Or at least understand the combos and what cards to use best. Because I'm still thinking, like, I don't know if I want to do draft or the pre-mades. Because I kind of
wouldn't want to do a draft.
See, I think we could do it quick enough. And I kind of like that aspect of, like not having a set. Because I think people might get the argument that, like, well, I got the shitty deck. Like, I got the one that's not going to win. Or, like, if one happens to win more, it's going to be like, oh, well, there's no way I'm going to win because he's got the good deck. So, and I think you can do it quick enough. But what we'll do a moderated one. So, I almost want to get, like, a chess timer almost. So, it's like, if you don't pick your card in so many seconds, we pick it for you.
Oh, God. What if they just wait and make us pick their decks?
And we pick it for them. Just be like, and you don't give a fuck. Just be like, hey, you're getting that now.
You can't pick a card? Fuck you.
Yeah, now you're getting this. Now your turn. You can't pick? Now you're getting this. You want me to make this fucking decks for you? Because I'll just fucking throw these together.
I'll give you a fucking squirrel.
And neither general. Fuck you.
Neither general.
You're getting, then it'd be like #just squirrel. But yeah, so
yeah, they definitely have to work together to be useful right now.
Right?
Right now. Tell set 2.
Well, yeah, I mean, no, well, they self-boost. They're not bad on their own. As like, because they're cheap guys, right? And
how would they do self-boost? I keep thinking if it's like with like, every other...
No, but they're boosting themselves anyway. So, like, really, the squirrel is like a cheap tank. He's got 7 health. You can do a lot with that. You light him on fire, he's sticking around for a bit, doing lots of damage. Same thing then, the furry, the general, he's only a 2, and he's a 6. Like, he's got stats close to Naz, like, for attacking.
He got shit in initiative, though, doesn't he?
No, well, that's what he gets boosted. He gets 6 and 6. 6 power, 6 initiative.
I thought his health... Oh, no, the squirrel puts his health up.
Mm. So, yeah, and then with Squirrel there, he gets, like, 7 health, too, I think. 7 or 8. So that's what I mean. They're almost like a cheap... the way I almost designed them, they're almost like a secondary Chomtar and Dar setup. But Chomtar and Dar are already set with decent stats. But actually, some of their stats are weaker than the boys when they're self-boosting with themselves. Like I said, like general.
True, but they're monsters together.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like once they hit, they get fucking sick. But same thing with the furries, but not quite to the same level. They boost each other up, but they don't actually go like to the same level of boost that the boys pull off.
Set 3 should be pretty good. Or set 2, I mean, where we get the other ones in there.
I've been thinking a lot about it. Like, I've been already figuring out the fucking... Yeah, the killer, the voice, and the hate. I've been figuring them out.
Well, we were talking about the hate.
Yeah, the hate's gonna be so nobody can heal. Healing cannot be done, and if you use it, it's damage.
Yeah. But
his other thing is every turn, everybody's gonna take 1 damage. So every turn, just... And nobody can heal, not allowed. So, that's him. And now the killer, he's going to have either 6 or 7 attack. But his thing is, if every one of them hits, instantly kills him. If he gets full hits with the rolls, they're out, like, it's just execution. And the voice, I'm not settled on yet. I'm picking between 2 mechanics. One is flipping shit over in the discard pile, up or down. And the other one is changing the order that you're getting guys in. So he can actually look at the top of your roster and change it. Right? That's the mechanics I'm playing with. Because I'm really worried about using the flippy one. Because it's really fucking powerful. So I almost don't want to do it too much. So, but it's going to happen. There's going to be a thing that does it. But it's got to be a bit more...
To make it freely usable.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those. I know there's going to be a one-off card for it that just does it. And it's probably going to be flip up or down.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right?
We were just talking about flipping it up, but yeah, to be able to flip one of your own down.
Yeah, so it's just that, like... Right? It's kind of like Resurrection, but not really. Just negating the points.
Or adding them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it couldn't be really bad. Because it makes stuff like spontaneous combustion unreal. Spontaneous combustion is a one-off kill on anybody, hurts everyone, and now you can flip them over. Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
But then again, that's kind of like I want to make it so like there's one card for that. I'm really worried about putting that on a character, for something that can happen more than once.
It'd have to be like
we'll test it.
If they're the last character on the field or something like that.
Yeah, like something. There's got to be a really heavy limiter to make that work.
Because you got to lose 2 people to be able to just.
Yeah, or maybe like you got to kill one of your own to do it or something like that. That might be one too. You sacrifice one of your own dudes, put them face down to flip a card. Right? Because then, I think that'd be a good enough payoff to do it. Because you have to kill one of your own dudes is huge.
Well, we could do it so that, without making it too easy to just kill off someone who's cheap to get someone else flip if it's big.
Yeah.
Have it so that sacrifice the value to flip a value.
Oh, yeah. That's a bit better. Yeah, if you sacrifice...
If you want to flip a Brahm who's a 5 back up, you need to sacrifice 5 points in your characters.
Oh, I think I'm starting to figure out what the voice might do now. Maybe, I think what he's going to do is he's going to sacrifice people, and depending on the value that he sacrificed, he's going to get different options.
Oh, Jesus.
So if he sacrifices someone higher, he'll get something like the flip. But then he might give other options.
So he sacrifices one of your own dudes?
Yeah. To make something happen.
Is it random?
No, he'll pick them. He'll kill them.
So he just picks one of your 2 dudes?
Yeah, and then sacrifices them. And then, depending on the level that you sacrifice, the number of their rank, it's going to mean something else. So, I think that might be one way to put a bunch of shit on him to make him a really fun character. But I love that. I really do like that idea of sacrificing dudes for stuff, because in this game, that's a big deal. And it's funny, I think we were talking about last time. Like, sacrificing guys in Magic, not a big deal, right? It's like, it sucks. It's not a great thing to happen, but it's not going to fuck your game over.
Well, if we're going to start sacrificing creatures in our game, you got to remember, for one, you only got 10.
Exactly. That's what I mean, like...
You only got 10, so, you use No Worries, or fucking Easy Way Out, or anything like that, and Capture Beast comes into play.
But now he'll put him...
You might not be able to sacrifice.
Now, when he sacrifices your guys, they'll go face down.
Yeah,
but...
Oh, yeah, because fuck, you might die.
But still, like you said, only 6... You only got 10. Like, you're not going to do it that often. Right? So that's why I think then the kind of... those high-level mechanics, like flipping cards, that's when you can make them happen. Because it's like, yeah, you fucking took it enough now that you can have this. Like... Because again, like, I'd like to figure out ways to make cool shit like that happen. But it's just always keep that balance. And there's a good chance that Goddard in the reprints is not going to have the same stats.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm really been thinking about it. I'm thinking that there's going to be... I'm just going to make it so now, anyone who ends up getting the current set going to have better Goddard. And that's it. And they are the same card. They'll have the same name. So...
It's usable?
Yeah, both are usable.
What about the downloaded ones? Did you fix the ones online?
They're going to go. They're going to change.
Well, we got to update them anyway. There's a lot of fucking...
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. All that... When we do that
change.
update pass for everything, like, he's going to change his stats. So, get your PDF downloads now.
Or your premium edition.
Yeah. I think that's the only major change I want to work in. Because, again, like I was saying, I feel like he's too strong.
You think he's too strong right now?
Yeah, but not in a bad way, because, like, I think he's just slightly out of balance. And because for effectively what he does, he's not that much worse than, like, Braum or fucking the Destroyer Clan Titan. Because he attacks someone and they're going to die. Actually, maybe fuck it, I won't change him. He still kind of works functionally for what he's supposed to. Because it's not like he can kill a bunch of guys in one turn. But I really feel like he's...
What are you going to change him to?
Power 7, cost 4. And now, the slight difference is, basically, if he hits... Right now, if he hits anybody who's not a defense 5, he does 4 damage per hit. So, which is cool, because he's the killer. Like, he's supposed to fucking murk people pretty hard.
But he's a cheap killer.
Yeah, he's a little cheap for that. Like, 3 points is pretty fucking good for getting that level of devastation. Like, that's like, level 5 shit, almost. But if I could take him to 7, he's only dealing 4 damage on defense 3 guys, and the boost in the one costing kind of counterbalances again. So then he's a little bit more range to what he should be. But that's what I don't think he's super broke, but he's definitely the best attacker in the game by far.
Just fuck people up.
Yep. But that's what he's supposed to do. Like,
throw fucking double attack on him or something, or fucking...
Well, split attack makes him crazy. That's like... Split attack on him is the best guy to have it on. It's better than fucking Destroyer Clan. Well, it's only a little bit better.
Get him pumped?
Yeah. Well, if he gets pumped, then he's fucking murdered everybody. Like, even like Braum, he'll kill him in 2 hits.
Because he does double damage, doesn't he?
Yeah. That's what I mean. So...
Oh, fuck. Yeah, true. Jesus. I forgot that not only does he does double damage, he does double damage.
Right.
Because of his ability.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Anyone he got double the power on, if he's scoring double damage, every hit is 4.
Fuck.
But if he had power 7, that only works on defense 3 guys. And only...
Hell yeah, he should be changed. Now that I think of it.
Like, he murders. Like, he will kill anything that he goes against, for the most part. But again, I've seen him, like, not pull off shit just from dice.
Hey, it's the dice. It's a chance. I mean...
So, I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to change it, but at the same time, I might leave him. Because you can only have one of them. And maybe he's just going to be good. Like he doesn't do anything but attack and kill.
The only thing I see about that is that even with set 2, you want to be able to keep it so that everything's still, like, a good choice.
Yeah. But still, like, look, we were just talking about the killer. If he can one-shot anybody.
True.
But, it's, again, functionally, all that is like, you kill a guy on your turn with this guy. And that happens usually with, like I said, Destroyer Clan, Braum, Ro, and... but it's just way more likely to happen with him. Right? Like, you're pretty safely going to do the same thing that you're planning to do with these big heavy hitters most of the time. So, the only thing that gets him start getting crazy... But I mean, there's so many characters in this, too, to do that. If you give them something that changes them a little bit, they go fucking crazy. Like, Martin on Fire is retarded.
Motorhead and defense mode on fucking Destroyer Clan Titan.
Yep. And you can do, what was it? Put molasses on...
Put molasses on Martin.
Molasses on Martin, too, yeah.
And just make him attack.
Yeah.
And just attack anyone, and the fucking...
The counterattack.
The counterattack should probably kill everything.
Yeah, like, there's a good chance... Yeah, if you target someone big, like, you'll pull out so much damage. You can, like, hose half the team or the whole team. But that's why I like the game too so far. Like, I want to have the ability to people find these big plays that can just blow up at any minute. Because I mean, really, it's not like the game has been getting short. Like, we've never seen that many games less than like 15 minutes.
Me and you have had a couple.
A couple, like there's a couple of quick ones we've done, but it's like not the rare.
You may win. Damn it.
But it's not like the usual from what we've seen. Even although I went over to Greg Mahoney, and him and his wife had a game, and it went half decently long, but I I think she had him beat on like her second or third turn.
Just took a while.
No, I think it was the fourth turn because like in the middle there it went pretty quick because they didn't get much in their hand, or like they weren't sure what to do with what they had in their hand, so they didn't draw much.
Oh,
right. So they kind of stuck with the first bit, but then once they seen like ways to use it quickly, then it moved on real fast.
Yeah, and I find that's one thing that's kind of important.
Play your hand all the time.
If you get action cards, fucking play them. Like, don't try to hold out for stuff unless of course you got like fucking Uncle Roger and Chomtar out, and you have a bacon sandwich and a cum bomb in your hand. I mean, you can
still play them.
You can play them, but they're going to come back to you.
Yeah,
but I mean, you kind of want to hold on to them anyway.
Yeah, I mean they're great, just like static pieces.
Yeah, but even then, play your other one.
Yeah,
and I find there's times like when I lose that I'm hesitating because I'm just like, oh well. I want to use this on like maybe the next thing that comes out.
Yeah, well, but you forget that like how closely it is to finish a game. The first lineup can end the game for most people. Like it's all if you get 3 3s, okay, you're not gonna get wiped in the first turn. But 3 3 and a 4 or 3 3 and a 5, next thing you know, like game over in no time.
Well, you've won on your second turn.
Yeah, from like setups like that.
I can't remember what the setup was, but yeah,
pretty sure you had Brahm.
I had Brahm, and I'm pretty sure I fucked myself over by attacking
Martin.
And it killed him, and the extra points killed someone else, and I think you had something else out on the field that just destroyed.
You could just crush after, yeah. Yeah, I think there was like a Fang Hunter or something.
Yeah, because I only need 2 more 3s out with Brahm.
Yeah, and that'd be it.
Yeah.
Even a 3 and a 2. Like,
I don't think I have any 2s. There's not many 2s.
There's not. But that's an advantage, like we were saying earlier, for the 2 furries. Furries are 2s.
How many 1s are in the game? Is it only Martin?
Martin and Douchebro.
Douchebro's a 1?
I think so. Pretty sure he's a 1.
I thought Douchebro was like a 3. Or, no, a 2.
No, he's a 2 yet. Martin might be the only 1. I think he is, actually. Because he's... the squirrel and Martin. So, yeah.
Martin's 1 should be with fucking quotation marks. Depending on how you set him up, he's a 1.
Well, yeah, true. But he's also like, that's his point. He's a suicide character, and that's why he's a 1. He's not worth much to you. Don't think about taking him out because you shouldn't anyway. Like, don't go after him. He's okay. Leave him alone. But that's why I love. Like, he turned into one of my favorite cards when I finally put him together. Like, because he was fucked for ages. Like in those early designs, he was just junk. Is like, because I kept looking at him, I was like, why would I put you in a deck? I wouldn't. Like, so I just had to figure out what he would do. And the idea was like, which again goes back to what we were saying earlier, that this is part of the scene that we want to, the scene he's in right now on the card is the shot that we were talking about beefing up.
Yes.
But I was like, I don't know if I want to. But we talked about him freaking out when the bottle hits. So that kind of informed in the idea that like hitting him makes him freak out. So it'd be like, he gets hit and he spazzes out and can just hurt people.
Well, he's eating a cat.
Yeah, exactly. He's a savage kid, like little fucking monster. Because you can't see all the pills and energy drinks in this shot from the card, but they're in there. If you watch this show, you'll see. But yeah, Martin is a beast. I would say the weaker ones are, say, Maddox.
You're saying Phil Crosby's a weaker card?
I think, like, from what I'm seeing, overall effectiveness, I'm seeing him as a weaker card in like the pantheon that's going on so far. I think to me they're the low tier right now for me because the 2 abilities are not as powerful, but now they can be in certain situations. So Maddox is when one of your guys is destroyed, double your power till the end of turn. So I mean that's great. Someone attacks you, takes out a team member. Now Maddox is a 12. And you gotta fuck with that.
Yeah.
Right?
I've had to fuck with that.
Right? And then same thing if something happens on your turn. I mean, you can, like I said, suicide someone and she gets boosted to a 12. Can fuck shit up. So, I mean, she can boost up pretty savage, which is how she's intended to be built. But I don't find you get the use or can trigger it as often as you'd like most of the time compared to, like, the utility of some other people's abilities. Like, she's a good, decent scrapper, but I think overall not as good as some of the other ones. And Phil, again, decent scrapper, power 7, is going to do a lot of damage, but his ability is not one that I would take for the most part. It's pretty good.
Because he's the only thing that we actually have right now that's designed as a mill.
He is the only mill. But you got to kill with him to make it go off.
Yeah.
But it could be huge. Because I mean, like I said, with one of everything, you can take out some serious shit. And that's
true. That could be your resurrection goddamn drain.
Yeah. And it is 1/10 of their power deck gone. 10% of their deck is gone when that happens.
With the kill.
Because they only have 20 and you're taking 2.
Yep.
So if milling is your thing, milling and killing. But again, because those two abilities are tied to character death, is why I'm finding them a little bit underpowered overall. And that's, again, like talking about comparing to other card games, like, character death is not something that happens super often, right? And if it does, it's a really serious deal. So maybe she would go great with the voice, right? So voice sacrifices the third guy. She goes 12, can attack alongside whatever the hell the ability of the voice is going to pull off now. Maybe even boost her greater.
What about Phil, though?
Yeah, Phil, again, it's just where it's tied on taking people out. It's like, it's not bad, but I wouldn't, for me personally, and maybe it's just the way I play, like, I wouldn't take a milling thing over some of the other abilities. So yeah, but maybe if milling out their power deck is part of your strategy, then yeah, Phil's your man.
I'm just trying to think who would work well with.
Whenever he destroys a character. I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, if there is any real character synergy for Phil right yet.
Do we have anything set up for set 2 for him? I think we're going to give him a trash can.
There's going to be something for him.
There's like an equipment for him, like almost like the way the combat is.
Well, actually...
Well, it works for everyone, but it's especially good for him.
And maybe I'll give Maddox a staff out as one of the things. Because she got a staff that's like her main deal. And it's kind of like... Well, you could kind of think of it like... it's like an energy weapon that she can just like mold into any shape. Like any kind of physical melee weapon.
Green Lantern?
A bit like Green Lantern, but like...
On a staff.
Yeah, but it's more
Green Lantern on a stick.
Yeah, it's like, think of it like a lightsaber that can be manipulated by like psychic energy, right? So yeah, Ultra Clash, get yours.
Ultra Clash!
Soon with an updated store and shit.
Get yours through Square.
Just get Square. Right, so I guess we'll call it
episode 47.
47. So we'll talk. Oh, let's give it the contacts and shit.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
TheHeroMode.com, at hero_mode on Twitter. Get us on Instagram, Hero Mode. Get us on... Well, I haven't really fucked with Snapchat, so I'm not even going to mention it much now. Like, I gotta just remember to be at it, but we'll get more out of that soon. So yeah, if you want to fuck with it, maybe you'll catch something. Hero Mode 1 on Snapchat. What else
Facebook, Home Heroes.
Home Heroes, yeah. And yeah, I guess you can
YouTube,
email us.
iTunes.
Yeah, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on iTunes. I think that's not everything that we got rolling yet.
Lay in wait for Chomtar.
Yeah, maybe I'll put up a trailer or a teaser sometime soon or something. I actually started doing a teaser for the show like way back. Really simple. It was just going to be Chomtar coming in, picking up a guitar and starting to play it, and then as he's playing it, it just gets like title cards about the show coming.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So that was started before I had the house. So I think it's probably 3 to 4 years old now. So doubtful you'll see that one soon, but maybe, you don't know. We'll see how things go.
Fuck it, why not?
Anyway, next time, Gadget.
Out.
Anyway, next time, Gadget.